Okay, let's move on to our next problem, which is called Iterables and Iterators. Let's go through this. So here we have to use Iterables module. The Iterables modules standardizes a core set of fast, memory efficient tools that are useful by themselves or in combination. Together, they form a iterator algebra, making it possible to construct specialized tools succinctly and efficiently in pure Python. So some data about some intro about Iteratools is given, and you can see the documentation here to know more about it. You are given a list of n lowercase English letters. For the given integer k, you can select any k indices. Assume one based indexing. One based indexing means it will not start from 0, it will start from 1. So with a uniform probability from the list. So you will be having n list of n lowercase English letters, and for a given integer k, that will be an input. You can select any k indices. Indices means the position of the letters with uniform probability from the list. So the probability that at least one of the k indices selected will contain the letter A, that is what we have to calculate. The probability that at least one A will be selected in one of the k indices. Okay, so let's go through the example. You will get the clarity. Input format will be given in 3 lines. So first line will contain the integer n, denoting the length of the list. Next line contains of n space separated lowercase English letters, denoting the elements of the list. And the third and last line gives the value of k, that denotes the number of indices to be selected. Okay, and we have to output a single line consisting of probability that at least one of the k indices contains the letter A. The answer must be corrected to 3 decimal places. These are the constraints. N has to be between 1 and 10 and k has to be between 1 and n. All the letters in the list are lowercase types. So you can see this is example. N value is 4. So 4 elements are there in the list, A, C, D, right? So and the value of k is given to you is 2, right? So output is 0.8333. So what does this mean? Example, you can see the explanation. When you get this list, you have to make all possible combinations in k, right? Or you can see, because 2 is given, so the pair of 2's you will calculate. All possible unordered tuples of length 2 comprising of indexes from 1 to 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is not starting from 0, it is starting from 1, right? Here it is written. So all the possible pairing you will make based on k. So k value is 2, so pair of 2 you make. So 1, 2 if you will do, that means AA, right? 1, 2 AA, then 1, 3 is AC, then 1, 4 is AD, then 2, 3 is AC, then 2, 4 is AD, and then 3, 4 is CD. This is what here it is given. So that's where you will use the Iteratools to make combinations. So we have to make the combinations, and you have to calculate the probability that at least one of the k indices selected contains the letter A. So here you can see out of 6 combinations, these 6 combinations, 5 of them containing either index 1 or either index 2, which are the indices that contains the letter A. You can see here in 1, 2, 1 position is A, and 2 position is also A. You just have to calculate within one tuple if there is A or not. Okay, so here both are A's. Then in 1, 3 first position is A, then 1, 4 first position is A, because AA, AC, AD is done. Then AC, this AC will come here, so this guy will also have A. Then AD will also have A, and but finally CD if you will make, which is 3, 4, there you don't have any A. So that is why out of 6 combinations, these 6 combinations, 5 of them are having at least one A, right? So what you will calculate? You will calculate the probability. 5 divided by 6 is gives you 0.833 that you have to correct up to 3 decimal places. Okay, so I hope you are getting the feel. So indices, you will get the value of indices, how many pairing you have to do. Then you will do the pairings and you will see how many of them are having A, divide by total, right? How many tuples are having A? At least one A is fine. So you don't have to look for positions. You don't have to look whether both of the positions are having A or not. If any of the position is having A, that is fine. You count that tuple out of total, and that will give you the probability. So this is what you have to do. Now you are not given any piece of code. So see, you might be able to see that we have to make this tedious task, this tupling, right? All the combinations. So I have opened the documentation. Here can you see something which can make combinations? Here if you will come down, you can see these permutations and combinations, and here you can see the examples. So you can see this combination, this one. So you have the string A, B, C, D, and the K value you can think of it too. So it will make AB, then AC, then AD, then BC, BD, and then finally CD. Exactly what we want is given here, right? So let's take these guys, but first we have to import the library. So let me import it. Import what is this? From iter tools, from iter tools, import combinations, right? This is what we want, combinations. Now let's directly use it. So what we are getting first, we are getting the value of n, int input, then we are getting the list elements. So let me call it list equals list convert, we have to convert in list, and then input dot split, right? This is what we want. So list we have, and then we are getting the value of k. So int input, right? This is what we are getting. Now what do we have to do? We have to use combinations, right? So let me name it as tuples equal to combinations. What's the format? You have to provide the list here, and you have to provide the k value here. Let me print and show you. Print tuples and see how it looks. So it will not show because you have to convert them into list. Okay, it is a iterator, no, so it will make iterator, that's why. So see this, you can see AA, AC, then AD, AC, AD, then CD, just as what you wanted here, right? So now we just have to calculate the probability. So these guys having A, this guy is having A, this guy is having A, this guy is having A, all of them are having A except the last guy, right? So how we gonna count? Let me use a for loop. I need to count how many of them are having A. So I in tuples, so I will look for each element if A is there or not. A in I will increase the count. Let's say count is equal to count plus 1, right? So we are increasing the count, and let me initialize count is equal to 0, so that we will count how many tuples are having A. If there is any A, it will increase the count. It is starting from 0. And what are I's? I's are these guys, this whole thing, It will check for a whether it is having any a or not, and it will increase the count. Finally we have to calculate the probability. So let me do print probability is like count divided by length of tuples, right? Length of tuples. So that will give you the probability, but we have to round off also, right? Round off to 3 decimal places. So let me do round here and put me this in bracket, comma 3 digit till 3 decimal places. So now you have till 3 decimal places. So let me comment this guy. So the main thing is to use this, right? Iter tools. So your sample test case is passed. All the test cases are passed. Congratulations, we have done it. Okay, so let's move on to the next problem now.